All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai.
Shah.
Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to your elect which you ought to be. Now, pretty much we finna just get into a few scriptures on enduring, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the close we're at the end of this, man, and the closer even to the last few minutes, man, all these demons gonna do is get harder and harder and stronger, man. They gonna just keep trying to shoot at the fire, with their fiery darts. But that's why it's important to have this armor. You know what I'm saying? Cause
And
uh,
endure.
and endure. Right.
This is James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endures temptation. When he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Right.
And,
Go ahead. Right there.
and if you endure, go get that crown of life. You're not gonna be like the 2/3.
Because
This is
what is that crown, man? It's that knowledge and stuff, but ultimately being crowned to be part of the 144,000 or the 1/3, man. You know what I'm saying? Thou faithful servant, man. That's what you want to hear when Yahweh Shem Yahshua comes back, man. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with enduring. Because the scripture says, this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says,
I just had this.
go ahead. I mean, if you want to bring it up, go on.
This is Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Right, and some of the things that we suffer is the things, the battle, that's with the condition of the battle, which is between the spirit and the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? More and more, your desires of your fleshly desires are going to try to amp up to get you to stray away from the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? To cause you to cease to endure. You know what I'm saying? But your spirit is going to constantly stay in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says that you hear a voice behind the ear. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be things pertaining to the spirit so you can endure. Because the spirit is the only thing that has the ability to endure, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. Ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right.
Like,
Go ahead,
like, it's plain, man. Because if you strive to death, you will get that crown of life forever. Because it's like I'm gonna get this.
Right, because you'll have that crown of life, and when it says the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that's still a time of endurance, man. Even from the time right here, you know what I'm saying, before Esau, come in and like a flood and stuff, trying to take in the men of the Lord and put them in and detain them and put in these jail cells, and even during that time, that's still gonna be a time of endurance, man. This.
I got some more endurance too.
Okay, go ahead.
Find this lock. Go ahead.
Right, because even before even something like that happens, this is Second Timothy's. Man. This is Second Timothy's chapter 2. This 2 Timothy chapter 2, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses. The same commit thou to faithful men, whom shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua and Mashiach. So the Lord had called us into this thing to be soldiers, man. The whole nation of Israel is that one army that can be that is undefeated, man. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that for the Lord had called us, you know what I'm saying, we have to endure, man. You're called. The Yah, the Ka, and the La, you're called, man. We got to endure. You know what I'm saying? So we can receive this crown of life, man. And the Lord had chosen us to be a soldier, man. Soldier means solitaire, Even though we got the brothers around and stuff, there's still just that because it's only trials that the Lord is going to give you to see if you're going to endure or not, man. This is verse 4. It says, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. So while the flesh is going to bring things, considering your job, you know what I'm saying, your woman, your kids, this, that, and the other, is going to try to get you to stray away from this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? But you got to just stay, keep going, you know what I'm saying, because you warn against those things, man, And it says that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier. Yahweh Shem Hashai had chosen us to be soldiers, and we got to continue to fight, man. You know.
God.
We got
On enduring God.
all right, go ahead.
This is Matthew 10:22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Right. So there's we're coming into the time where the persecution is gonna come. You know, it's the prophets, the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They becoming famous, man. And that fame don't always have to be a good fame where everybody adore you and stuff. We're gonna also have that fame where everybody knows about us. You know, the demonization that's being placed out on these TV shows in these movies. You know what I'm saying? Or on TV, the news. You know what I'm saying? Trying to claim us to be the enemy, man. When really we're the superheroes, man. We the ones in the cake that come in and save everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that when we get persecuted, you know what I'm saying, those are another things that we have to endure. Oh, yeah.
This is Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Endure to the end, man, because you know Jacob's trouble's finna come. You know what I'm saying? It's finna be the purge out here. It's finna be everybody for themselves out here. This, that, and the other and stuff. And the ones that's gonna be the elect, which we hoping to be of, they gonna walk by faith and not by sight, man. You know what I'm saying? But in order to do that, there's a enduring process that you gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying? Until the Lord come back and put crowns on our heads, we're still having to endure, because once them crowns on our head, it's a wrap, man. We good, man. You know. But the time leading up to it, that's the enduring process, man. You know.
This is Mark 13:13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
Right.
And that's the same thing when he broke down the Matthew 10:22.
Right. Because, you know, with us being part of the body of Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? Yahushua was hated for the things that he was doing. He was famous as well because everybody knew who he was and what he was about and what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? According to prophecy, hey, we're doing the same things, you know? But we going to have 2/3 of our people that's going to hate us. we going to have all the other nations that's going to hate us as well. You know what I'm saying? And what they going to do? What they want to shut the Lord up, you know? Because they think that if they cut us out, you know what I'm saying, that that the prophecy won't come to play, man. You know, but that's part of prophecy, that some of us will get killed, some of us will get detained and then killed afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Be martyrs just like Stephen. Be martyrs just like Yahushua, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be an enduring process, and Lord willing, we be part of that number. You know what I'm saying? We're going to endure it in the end, and those are the ones that's going to get saved, you know? Oof. This is Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. It says, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. You know, because in Revelations, the scriptures talk about, ones that's being lukewarm, hot, and cold, man. 2/3 be cold already. Lukewarm be the ones that's pretty much on their way out, you know what I'm saying, back into the world. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that's hot is the ones that's staying in this truth, man, which, you know, you want to be able to do. It says, ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, for the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. You know what I'm saying? So this is the constant battle ever since you woke up into this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's an enduring process, because the flesh is trying you to get you to go back into the flesh, and then the spirit is trying you to stay in the spirit, you know? And it says, you got something? You want to say something?
No, I'm just
Okay.
kind of,
It says, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. You know what I'm saying? It's right, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, things that you would do, you know, other flesh and stuff, the spirit is there to catch you, man. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be going off, you know? This is this is Hebrews chapter 12. I'm sorry, verse 5. It says, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is going to try us. You know what I'm saying? Because in order, you'll get Sirach 2:1. You know, the Lord is going to try us. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that to have an end result of a trial, you either going to win or fail. You know what I'm saying? And when you win, usually that's you going through that process of the trial, and the trial is to see what you're going to do in the end. But you have to endure that trial to get the results in the first place, right? It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, his scourge every son whom he receiveth. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord gave us the blueprint. He gave us the law, statutes, commandments. You know what I'm saying? Which is His ways, so we could be gods. Because Psalms 82:6 says that ye are gods. You know, but He gave us the blueprint so we can know good and evil, so we can execute righteous judgment. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go through these things. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can be able to have the right judgment. You know, which is the trying of your faith. You know what I'm saying? To see if you're going to endure. You know, so you can come out with a good result, which is prevailing and passing, and not with the failure, man. You know. So when we get scourged, we're gonna get tried. You read this Sirach 2:1.
This is Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right. So we gotta prepare ourselves for temptation, because there's gonna be things that's gonna come to pass. You know what I'm saying? That's going to try us, whether or not we're going to endure or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, and going back to that Hebrews 12:7, it says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, the Lord said, prepare thy soul for temptation. You know what I'm saying? Which means that there's going to be a trial. And within that trial, if you endure it, then that means you ain't fainting. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're enduring in the chastening that the Lord gives you, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep on, and that's right.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble.
Right, set that heart aright, man. You know what I'm saying? Follow these laws, statutes, commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay on the correct path, because in 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter, it talks about a narrow path just so you can get to the kingdom. You know, the broad, going through the narrow to go to the broad, and the narrow is a difficult place, man. Straits, man. You know what I'm saying? Where you got fire on one side and water on the other. You know. And the thing is that you're in a difficult situation where you got to endure, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay on that path. You know. It's like those them guys in the circus that walk the beam. You know what I'm saying? And either side that they fall, you know, it's pretty much a death situation. That's the same way with this truth. What the Lord said, if you endure, you know what I'm saying, that we gonna get saved in the end, man. And it says, be not, read that second part of it.
Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not hasten in the time of trouble. Right,
don't be quick to make a decision when you in the midst of a trial, man. You know, sit back and sit back and examine what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Examine what the trial is about. You know what I'm saying? You know, call upon the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Lean on the Spirit. Lean on Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You know what I'm saying? Because He is our key to even have endurance, man. You know, to have the ability to endure regardless, man. You know.
Verse 3, cleave unto Him, depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end.
God, cleave onto Him. You know what I'm saying? Because you cleave onto Him, then you never go amiss. You never go the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You cleave onto Yahweh Shem Yahshua. He's long suffering, man. The scripture says, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect, man. And part of that perfection is the long suffering, man. You know what I'm saying? Being able to endure, you know. It says, verse 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be patient, man. And that's your faith get tried in patience, man. You know. Scripture.
It's the spirit, because right here, that's the point. We're going into that.
Con. Alright, to go back in that Sirach, go back in that Sirach, it says verse 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. You know what I'm saying? So even Yahushua, man, he thought that that the Lord had forsaken him, you know what I'm saying? But yet he still endured, and guess what? He's the first one to wear the crown, man, you know? And we hoping to have the same thing, because guess what? Yahushua endured to the end, even though he was a martyr, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, the scripture says that man's goings is of the Lord, then how can a man understand his own way? The thing is that the Lord already ordained certain steps for us, so he knows which ones are going to endure and which ones are not. And we hoping to be the ones that endure, even if it means death. Because guess what? If we die, guess what? We endure to the end. You know? This is verse 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and the acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You know what I'm saying? When we're going through misfortune, you know what I'm saying? Poverty, trouble, you know what I'm saying? But yet we endure it, you know, we get through it, and we ain't fainting it. Then hey, guess what? You know, we hopefully we'll be the men who come out to be considered gold, man. You know. I'm gonna read verse 6. It says, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, trust in the Lord and lean not to thy own understanding. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that one of the key lifelines or key helps or boosters, you know what I'm saying, to help us endure, you know what I'm saying, is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And these scriptures, man, Isaiah 33:6 says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength and salvation, man. And that strength in the Hebrew is chasan, it's the cha, the sa, and the na, chasan, and it means to treasure, man, to store up. You know, so we gotta store up these scriptures, you know what I'm saying? So when we within that trouble and right in the presence of patience and endurance, you know what I'm saying, we got helps to get us through. You know what I'm saying? And it says, verse 7, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. You know what I'm saying? And lest, you know, it means that night ye fall. You know what I'm saying? That night you fall. You know? It says, ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that, and what's the reward? Being crowned, having that crown of life, man. You know what I'm saying? Have that second covenant on the first go round, man. You know what I'm saying? To have them spiritual bodies, to have spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? To have it in the kingdom. You know? And it says verse 9, it says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the